I'm currently building forms.com. It's a all-in-one product that makes it really easy for businesses to capture leads on their website. The product includes a form builder, an AI chatbot that is backed by a customizable knowledge base, as well as a meeting scheduler. So all of this is included within one product. So I'm going to be sharing my site as well as a few resources that I think is useful. I'm going to focus primarily on the SEO aspect, so the stuff that's in the footer here. Currently, I have a blog that's set up that has a bunch of articles. I have a template section is primarily focused on the form builder, and it has a bunch of use cases for a form. And then I have a group of articles that's focused on alternatives to various aspects of my product. So let's just go into, I guess, two of them right now. So this is the blog here, and these are the articles that I've worked on and generated. So the articles are backed by keywords that people have searched for. And so there is high intent in these articles. And I've kind of just built a system that allows me to get that data, do the research, and then generate the content for the articles. So I'll show you one right now. The article itself, the image is generated and all the content is generated, is automatically generated. I do review it, and just to make sure that the content is sound. So the other aspect of SEO is having a group of articles that is focused on use cases. And so I have a whole template section for our forms builder. So let me show you that. So here is the forms section, and if you click in one, the forms are fully interactable, so you can preview and then click to use them if you want. The purpose of all of these articles is to drive traffic to the site. So let's next look at the numbers. Okay, so it's a little bit embarrassing, but we all need to kind of start somewhere. So right now you can see I've started building the blog and the template and the site about 2 weeks ago. And so there's, 51 impressions and 5 clicks. CTR is really high. I think right now at this stage, these numbers are more noise than anything. And then the other tool that I'm using to measure performance of my work is Ahrefs. So let's look at that dashboard. So right now everything is 0. That's expected. Kind of one interesting number to look at is the 6.3K backlinks, and when you drill into it, it's actually just internal linking. So there's no external linking yet. So that's something that I'll talk about in the future. And then referring domains, when you start kind of launching a site, you'll get a lot of spam, a lot of sites that link back to your site, and apparently they're all spam, so which is okay for now. So these are so Google Search Console and Ahrefs are my two go-to dashboards for looking at metrics and how well SEO is performing. The other tool that I'm using to help me with SEO is Claude Cowork. It also comes with a Chrome extension that I use to give it access to Google Search Console as well as Ahrefs. Yesterday it was able to fix a few different things related to the site, for example, metadata, as well as site structure. So that was really useful. The other thing that I'm using Claude Cowork for is for research. Before I write any article or generate any article, I like to do keyword research. And the two things that I'm focusing on is the traffic that those keywords are attracting, as well as the difficulty level that is needed to rank high for those keywords. And so I connected Claude Cowork to Ahrefs and had it research 100 different keywords that I could potentially write articles for. Yesterday, I focused on X versus Y keywords. So let me show you an example of a research bundle that Claude Cowork generated. So this is a folder containing the information that Claude Cowork generated yesterday. And the keyword that it focused on was cal.com versus Calendly. And when you click into the kind of the research brief, you can see that because Claude had access to Ahrefs, it's able to do that research and also back up that research with some data. For example, the search volume for this specific keyword on a monthly basis is 290 impressions, and the difficulty level for it is 1. And so, which means that for long tail keywords, which this one is, it should be easy for us to rank high for this specific keywords. So in addition to these numbers, it also pulled out the 3 to 5 top ranking pages for this specific keyword. So I asked it to click into each one of these links and scraped all of that information into the research bundle. And so you can see here, this is kind of everything that is on that specific page. The reason why this is important is in the next phase, when we're writing the article, I like to back the article based off of existing facts. One of the things that you don't want with any of these automatically generated articles is you don't want the model to hallucinate and kind of make things up. So the next phase is generating the article, which I haven't done yet, but it will hopefully generate the articles based off of the facts that are in this research brief using this keyword. So after the article is generated, I'll review it and just make sure that it's okay before publishing. One question you might ask is, why did you only, research 100 keywords? And to be honest, I don't know if these articles will actually work. It typically takes a long time, weeks and months, for the data to come back. In addition, because this is a very new site, it has very low site authority, and Google is not going to crawl every single page, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to generate 1 million articles today. I think the best approach here is to generate batches of articles on a monthly basis. For example, 100 articles. So I talked about site authority. The only way to improve that is to get other sites to link to your site. And so tomorrow I'm going to talk about how I'm working through that. All right, have a nice day.